Afraid of some bad news here. At least 7 pupils have been killed and over 64 others injured after a classroom collapsed right here in Nairobi. The tragedy occurred at Precious Talent's top school in Dagoretti, in a building hosting pupils from class 3 to class 8. The injured were rushed to Kenyatta National Hospital, where most of them were treated and discharged, with investigations into the collapse of the building ongoing. Angry parents raised concerns over the poor construction of the classrooms. Education CS Professor George Magoha, on the other hand, though, has assured that the remaining classrooms are safe for use. And at the same time, the government says it has launched investigations into the tragedy. Education Cabinet Secretary Professor George Magoha says a multi-sectoral team will hold the probe. Professor Magoha says that the Precious Talent School will remain closed for the next 4 days.
The school is duly registered and has an enrollment of 800 learners. We have set a multi-agency group comprising officials from the county government, local leaders, Ministries of Education, Interior and Coordination, and the national government and the Ministry of Health, together with the Kenya Red Cross, to manage this situation. The team will also conduct thorough investigations on the possible causes of this tragedy and submit the report for me for urgent action. In the meantime, we have asked learners to stay at their homes over the next 4 days as we put in place adequate measures to ensure their safety of learning. I want to add by saying very firmly and categorically that the children of Kenya are safe in schools, and that we should not forget that we have close to 35,000 primary schools, and this single tragic incident must not be used by anyone to instill fear in our children in both public and private primary and secondary schools.
Well, President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his condolence message to families affected by the tragedy, said, and I read in part, that my heart condolences and deepest sympathies to families of the children affected by the tragedy at Precious Talent Academy in Dagoretti. Our agencies are taking urgent action to contain the situation and alleviate further suffering. Now, the Deputy President William Ruto, in his message, wished a quick recovery to those who were injured, while ODM leader Raila Odinga called for a thorough investigation into the tragedy. He said, in part, it is heartbreaking to lose young Kenyans in such a tragedy. We must get to the bottom of how it came to this. Meanwhile, the Deputy President William Ruto was at the Kenyatta National Hospital earlier on. He visited these children who've been admitted there. Over 64 of them are nursing injuries at the Kenyatta National Hospital as we speak. The Deputy President was there and will be listening to what he had to say right after that visit to the families and friends of those who have been admitted at the Kenyatta National Hospital. Right here at Citizen TV, our condolences goes out to the family and friends of all those who lost their loved ones in that tragic incident.